Gunline. Fire mission coming down. It's your host Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline Midweek Memo for the week of January 19th, 2021. Today with me, I have my guest host, Old Urena, wearing a high-speed HE standard data shirt, which you can only find at the Teespring for On the Gunline. So make sure you check the fucking link at the bottom in the fucking description. And as you can see, I'm rocking the barracks lawyer because you know me, I try to give out whatever advice I can, baby, to help a brother out. So if you're part of the E4 Mafia, you need this fucking shirt right here. This lets them know that you know what you know. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, now you know. Go check out givandals.com for this shirt. The description will also be in the description, the link. Whatever. I'm not good at plugging shit, as you can see. So anyways, man, what's going on, Urena? How you doing today, bro?
Oh man, just enjoying the new year. You know, it's 2021. The political situation in the world has evolved, and you know, here we are, still alive, still healthy, and still doing good work for God and country.
For God and fucking country, baby. So let me ask you a question, man. If you were standing guard at the Capitol when they try to rush it, would you have popped one of those motherfuckers trying to come in?
I would never, me personally, I would never take aim at my own people, my fellow countrymen. I'd probably punch somebody for being stupid.
Well, but one of your fellow countrymen, security, let's say, for example, that was there with you, got his ass beaten, killed. And he's, let's say, radioing like, yo, they're fucking me up over here, bro.
Oh yeah, then you throw blows, man. But I think the good idea fairy hit these guys hard, and they went to go see how far they could take it, and obviously they ended up looking like fucking jackasses. Because if you notice, like, there's a shit ton of people on social media that were like, oh man, yeah, we finally put fear. These guys did the right thing. They put fear in the eyes of these congressmen. And then when the whole world said that was retarded, then crickets. You know, the people that were hyping that shit up started deleting comments and like not posting anything anymore.
Dude, fucking for real, bro. It's a trip though. Like, you know, all these motherfuckers out there. Like, for example, me, I think that the moment the protest, I've said it before on the podcast, the moment the protest becomes violent, it's now a riot. All right. Now, do I think these guys were trying to stage a coup? Absolutely not. That'd be the stupidest thought in the world, you know. But at the same time, if I was a security or the Capitol Police or whatever the fuck it is, yeah, I'm laying motherfuckers down, chief. I'm laying y'all down. You know, call it what you want, because the moment that my life is in danger, I'm going home. I'm gonna go fucking home, chief. I'll be judged by 12 before I'm carried by fucking 6. You know, that young Air Force chick that got her ass popped. What's that phrase?
Yeah.
Play stupid games, win stupid
prizes. Yeah.
So they should have known that.
And you know what? It also lets you know, like, there's no political lines when somebody defends a building like that, you know, through lethal force. It lets the world know that, like, you know, we're willing to do this to anybody. Don't try to fucking come into our places that were built hundreds of years ago and try to pull some fucking bullshit, because we got security and they'll fucking shoot you. They don't give a fuck.
Well, the only problem with that said was it showed how easily it could be breached, you know. And along with the political line thing, though, you were saying the Capitol Police, you could see, had no political lines. The guy that got his ass killed out there, that was a Capitol cop or whatever he was a fucking Trump supporter and got killed by Trump supporters. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucking stupid, man. It's just madness that's going on out there. Honestly, I'm happy. I hope they catch all those idiots that did something stupid. And now they're bitching and complaining because they're being put on no-fly lists. You should have thought about
suck.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. Fucking
hey, you know what? Ride the Greyhound, baby. That's where you belong anyway. So, dude, with that being said, that's an awesome segue. Dude, have you seen the amount of fucking National Guardsmen that are being placed outside of the Capitol and in the DC area for this inauguration?
Yeah, I think it's a bit much. It's a big exaggeration, in my opinion. The imagery behind seeing armed troops having to protect this inauguration over some like we saw how big it can get. I don't think it's gonna get that bad, or it won't get to that level anymore. You're gonna have like grouped protesters. At the end of the day, like Trump protesters, man, they're rowdy. All it takes is somebody to throw a beer can. They'll get wild, but as soon as you check them or whatever, they'll kind of get back. So you're not gonna see that level of somebody storming the Capitol again tomorrow. This is just kind of like just an imagery thing to give the perception that it required a whole fucking army to fucking defend this process. It's the left kind of hyping the shit up.
What's worse about this is I was talking about this on the Shoot the Shit solo that I did by myself. And by the way, to the public out there that listened to that last episode of Shoot the Shit by myself, I sincerely didn't give you what I thought was 100%. So, if you didn't go through it all, I understand. All right. But I had a conversation about all those topics with someone else prior to, so it was hard for me to give you a raw fucking reaction or podcast after I already had the conversation, if that makes sense. So yeah. I will not do that any longer. That's my promise to y'all. I want to make sure I keep it 100 a buck with y'all. Anyway, with that said, I touched on that shit during that about the National Guardsmen, dude. They show, of all the motherfucking nasty girls out there, they show the fucking Burger King Brigade, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, are you fucking serious? Why? Why would that? And, to the average American that doesn't know any better, they think that is what represents the military. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, we're talking about the National Guard. With this many people, it's not like you're calling up like the infantry guys and the combat arms guys. It's basically like, hey, what are you three doing? You supply? All right, get your ass behind an M4. Go stand guard. Go pull a shift like everybody else. Like it's we're grabbing all the cooks and all the weird MOSs that the guard has. Like these dudes are probably like the washing machine mechanics or operators or whatever. And somebody gave them these badass tack helmets or whatever, and now they're walking around with the special forces.
They're an embarrassment. Look at this shit. If you're on the YouTube, you're seeing, I was able to pull up the pictures. I'm talking about the Burger King Brigade. This motherfucker looks like he has a front butt. What the fuck is that, bro? And then this motherfucker's in charge of them. He looks like he could eat 3 of them, bro. Dude,
yeah, they literally got called last minute, and
I don't give a fuck if they got called last year. God, show a little bit of fucking pride, bro. If you're gonna put out the Burger King Brigade, put those fat fucks in the back. You know what I'm saying? Put your best to the front is what I'm saying. Because this, my friend, is a fucking embarrassment. This here, look at how clean that uniform is. You could tell he's never worn that shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the guard, man. They probably just got done with their shift at Burger King or KFC or wherever, and they're like, "Hey, we're mobilizing you," and then they look through their hamper for their uniforms and shit, and they just put it on, got on the bus, and got out.
Bro, they don't even have a fucking uniformity with the face masks. You would have thought that would have had uniformity with the face masks. You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna break your heart, man. Active duty is the same exact way right now.
Get the fuck out of here.
I am dead serious.
Wait a minute. They don't have a uniform fucking face mask.
Dude, they don't care, man. Nobody cares.
You know what? Fuck it. Why don't y'all just start wearing black boots and desert tan boots too? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Don't even wear that shit anymore. I saw that picture of that one bitch wearing Uggs. She was wearing fucking Uggs, bro. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? And nobody says shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because you'll be toxic, boomer. They'll call you boomer.
Okay, boomer. My kids call me a fucking boomer, and I'm not even that old. I'm only fucking 43, man. Dude, what the fuck? But yeah, dude, along the lines of that fucking Trump fucking National Guard shit, you know what I'm saying? The inauguration. I wanted to discuss this too. It's actually one of the fire missions that I had on here. I heard on the fucking news, on CNN no less, because that's real news there.
Of course.
Well, the thing is, I had to read about this first because I heard about like, nah, this shit can't be fucking real. This is Duffel Blog, right? This is fucking The Onion. Apparently, some little motherfucking senator or something or congressman got an itch in their ass to vet these National Guardsmen. Now, you know what? I might talk shit and dump all over the goddamn National Guard. But at the end of the day, they wear that fucking uniform. And I will have their fucking back. All right? Now, I don't give a fuck how much fear you have in your heart. If your fucking heart is made out of jello, that's your fucking fault. But to start fucking asking these soldiers, part-time soldiers, who they voted for or what their politics are, that's a little fucking extreme,
Here's what I see happening, man. Like I said earlier, this is imagery, right? What is the imagery that you're getting right now when they do this purge in front of national media of soldiers, when they say we've identified 7 people, or 8 people that have extremist views? It gives the American people the idea that this is this thing that is happening across the force and stuff. And where does this end? Because right now, they're like, all right, we purged everybody from DC. The good idea is Barry's gonna spread, because now everybody wants to impress Daddy Biden, right. And you're gonna have all these. Because one of the commanders, I was watching the news today. One of the commanders turned one of their own soldiers in, reported one of their own soldiers.
What the
fuck serious?
Doing?
I don't know if it was a company level commander, but he turned one of his own soldiers in, saying that one of his soldiers had. Was suspected of having these beliefs or whatever, or posted stuff on social media. And this is why I can like encourage people don't use your real name. If you have a social media account, don't use your real name, man. Use something else.
Or keep your fucking thoughts to yourself the way it used to be. If you know that you're in a fucking job, or if you know that you're in a location, or you work in something that this type of shit gets looked at, don't post it. But here's the thing, bro. And I think I know where you're going with this. I'm not sure but it's something like almost fucking Orwellian that, and you can't, the big brother is telling you who you can and can't vote for, what you can and cannot post, if they're judging you based off your fucking beliefs, like if your beliefs are going to dictate what you follow as within the law.
Because picture this, right? Right now they're identifying everybody that's in the military that posts. They're scrubbing social media. That's what people aren't putting too much emphasis on. Right. They're just putting emphasis on that they identify these people. But you need to put emphasis on the fact that what platforms are they using to identify these people? Social media, Facebook or whatever. How are they figuring this out, that somebody believes in this? How far are they going to identify what posts these people made? How do they know what groups you support on your accounts? So all right. So now we've identified those people. Say a few months down the road, and they say, hey, let's start identifying how many people support this idea, how many people like this page or whatever. Let's identify those guys. Use those same systems. Let's identify these guys. Let's kick them out. Where does that stop? Right. Where does that stop? At what point? So now you got to agree with certain things. Now they can say, all right, let's identify all the soldiers that don't like the U.S. Army website or whatever. Let's identify those guys and kick them out because they're not showing loyalty to this. Let's identify the people that aren't supporting this party and these platforms and shit.
It's a slippery slope because it sets a precedent. It sets a precedent, and once a precedent is set, people can go back to it and say, hey, well, this worked for this. Why don't we continue it? And what came to mind while you were saying that, what the next steps would be, just take it out of the military context. Let's put it in the civilian populace. Let's go to fucking Cuba, where motherfuckers are ratting each other out, about who might be a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying?
We're already doing that. I mean, we're, like I said earlier, your own commander is not handling at his level. He's putting you on full blast to the
Yeah,
FBI and the national media now, and you're not getting that due process.
it's
Uh,
disgusting, bro. It's disgusting.
yeah,
And the government is implementing this shit, and people are like fine with it. It goes back to when the Patriot Act was passed back in fucking after 9/11. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So because of people's fear, they're giving up what? Their fucking liberties, bro. It's
yeah.
fucking disgusting. And honestly, America, y'all motherfuckers need to fucking wake up, because that's as wrong as two boys fucking. There's no way that that should be going on, brother. It's an embarrassment, and it's saddening. It really is saddening that you have your own people turning you in. And this goes back even to the Rona. When the Rona was at its height, fucking people were snitching out each other. Like, oh, he's out there fucking kayaking in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Go get him. Like, that's the fucking epitome of social distancing, if you ask me. But, neighbors were snitching on neighbors. Oh, he's playing softball with his kid outside. How dare he? Oh, how dare he be a good fucking parent? You fucking snitch bitch piece of shit. Anyways, with that said, bro. Sorry. It just bugs me. It really starts to irritate me
Oh yeah.
when fucking it the government is implementing this shit, asking for it, and it's like almost they don't bat an eye. You know, they only, and then again, this is what I get for watching CNN in the fucking morning. You know, they always give you the grim news. Like, for example, I'm not the biggest Trump supporter in the world. I'm not. However, he did do some good things while he was in office, but not to them. To them, he was the shittiest president that ever existed. But let's go ask Israel how they feel about some of those fucking treaties that he was able to take care of out there in the Middle East. You know what I'm saying?
The media has become weaponized. It's taken its sides, because I'm of the opinion that the media wants to have a certain level of influence in the political game. They want direct access to politicians. Before, you had to get permission to talk to the president.
Yes.
Now, if you're the president and the media got you to that position, to that seat of power, like Biden, he has to answer the door whenever CNN comes knocking, because they gave him the hype that he needed. They gave him the exposure that he needed to become president. And that goes for any politician that's going to run here in the future. Like, the media has its fingers so stuck, like, in positions of power, that is crazy. Like,
No,
they've abused their freedom of press to gain political power.
no, you got it right. The media has their fingers so far up their ass because they got to move his mouth. He's a fucking puppet of the media. And what does a puppet have? A hand up his ass. You called it right. Speaking about Biden and speaking about fucking media and shit like that, I saw this one image yesterday, as a matter of fact, of all days, and it was an image that bothered me. It bothered me the first time I had seen something similar to this, and it bothered me again. And I'm gonna paint a picture for you all, for the ones that are just listening to it on the podcast. Um, Iwo Jima, all right, Mount Suribachi. Yeah, I know the history on that. I had two brothers that were jarheads, and I wanted to be a jarhead at one time before they wouldn't take me because I had a GED. But anyways, with that said, what ends up happening on that mountain is they raise the flag of the United States after taking the island, right?
Yep.
And it's an iconic picture. It's really an iconic picture, And I believe it was four Marines and a fucking sailor that did it, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am, I'm sure somebody will correct me. But anyways, um, the first time I saw its depiction used for a view, the first time I saw the image used for something aside from what it stands for was when I think they were raising it for the gay pride flag. I think that's what it was. And I was fucking livid about it. And not because of the gay pride. I could give a fuck who you fuck or who fucks you. Not my business. What pissed me off was that you went and took such an iconic picture that was of an iconic battle and used it to forward or to progress your ideology and your movement. Couldn't you be a little more fucking creative? You know, this to me goes against anything. Like, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just I'm looking at it right now and it pisses me off. All right, because I'm looking at it. Right? You see it? Do you see it here?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, what does it depict? All right. And I'm thinking that they probably got the sailor in there because of the gay pride guy. But no, you know, all jokes aside, you got a Indian, you got a black guy that looks like Cory Booker, you got a Muslim lady, you got my Tío Pancho right there in the middle. Of course, he's the one carrying the lumber, as you can see, he's carrying the whole thing. Behind him, you know, you have the nurse who's a female, looks like a little Filipina. I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but 90% of fucking nurses are Filipinas. So I'm assuming that's a Filipina. And then you got the gay guy, the gay white boy, right?
Yeah.
So I get what they're trying to say, but they could have used some other fucking method or picture to depict it. Raising the flag in Mount Suribachi and claiming that our country is in that much of a state of disarray or ruin that is going to be rebuilt by everyone except the straight white male, it's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perception. Perception is reality, right?
Yeah.
So I get that a lot of people don't take offense to it. I don't take offense to it or the politics. I don't care about who did. It could have been fucking Trump that did this shit. I'd still be pissed off. What pisses me off is the iconography or the picture itself. The military, the men that died trying to take that mountain. You know, to me, it's disrespectful to them. I might be wrong, but what do you think?
Yeah, it's so people know the original photo is taken by Joe Rosenthal, the Associated Press. There were six people, and it's a quick Google search too. 6 people involved were Ira Hayes, Franklin Sousley, Harold Schultz, Harlan Block, Michael Strank, and Reen Gagnon. All right, those were the 6 that actually participated in the event, and this came up a few years ago when they tried to make the actual statue, the memorial, and they wanted to reinvent the event by switching out the ethnicities of the people, you know, of the Marines and the sailor that took part in this, to have like this representation of today's America. The problem with that is that wasn't yesterday's America. That wasn't the America that took place when these guys lifted the flag. Like, you know, I get that it's symbolism, but I think what certain people are trying to do today, they're trying to change our history to make it seem like we weren't always a certain way. And I don't agree with that, because if you start rewriting history, as they say, you know, you fail to learn from your mistakes, and you repeat the same. You're doomed to make the same mistakes, as they say. And when I don't know, I take issue with changing iconic situations to reflect this fantasy wonderland that we wish it could have been, but that's not what it was. That is not what took place at that time. And to rewrite it, you're doing a disservice to the people, to the 6 individuals that actually put in some work, saw a lot of people die to raise this flag.
Yes.
Now, I don't know who designed this. I don't have the context behind it. I don't know what the idea is behind it. But my stance will always be that I don't agree with somebody changing. Like, I don't know if, you know, if you could imagine somebody taking, I think, the Challenger or one of the space shuttles that exploded in '86. Imagine changing the genders and ethnicities of those people at a memorial to more accurately reflect a more diverse country that didn't exist back then.
Right.
You know, but we want to make it seem like we've always been this way.
Well, not only that, I mean, the picture is depicting, and everybody's perception is different, right? Yeah. To me, it's basically saying, okay, it says rebuild with Biden, And then it shows it looks like what could be AOC, Cory Booker, Rashid Tlaib, whatever her fucking name is, and then my Uncle Frank, who could possibly be fucking I don't know. And then you got some that other chick's more looks more like AOC. And then I know who they are now, dude.
Yeah.
I got it. This is gonna be Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, the Somalian chick from Michigan, my Uncle Frank, AOC, and fucking Buttigieg.
The hypocrisy being that they're raising the one flag that they hate, in the sense that they're pro anti-flag.
Well,
if that makes any sense.
No, oh my God, yes, dude. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers out there were saying that, if I see somebody having a flag, I think they're racist. Really? But they're rebuilding America. In other words, it's saying that they're rebuilding America together, but without. So, I mean, I guess you could take it as maybe the superior person is guiding them on what to do. I don't know. I mean, you could interpret this a bunch of different ways. Anyways, I'm not gonna make light of it. Well, yeah, I am. I'm just gonna say, whoever did this shit, you're a fucking moron. You're an idiot. This is an iconic fucking moment in history. And to try to politicize it or to try to fucking justify it in any social justice way is just like Urena said. It's a disgrace and a dishonor to the folks, the men that climbed up that fucking mountain and did it. All right. That's all I'm saying. Don't disrespect. Find a different fucking way to do it. All right. Now, with that said, let's read some of the comments that are on here. How about that? All right. So, Matt Mountain. All right. One of my old soldiers. He says it looks like propaganda to me. And honestly, that's all it fucking is. Yeah. It is.
Think of those North Korean posters. It's like one of those North Korean posters. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Mendenhall says, didn't we have a big issue with thin blue, red, green? Yeah, yes, we did, Mendenhall. And that was because the motherfuckers were putting flags on like different types of shirts and shit like that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't give two fucks about that. You know, and I mean, I've seen motherfuckers here in Texas that have like, the Longhorns on their fucking the U.S. flag. Whatever. That doesn't bother me, all right? Somebody had a gif here of Mount Suribachi of the fuck of that. Look at that. How cool does that look? You know what I'm saying? That says America right there. Dude, they look like anybody up in that fucking in that image? Sure as fuck.
Those Chuck Taylors though, man. I don't know. They look similar.
All right. So Medley, he says, I don't see anything inherently wrong with the image aside from it being an obvious ripoff of the famous Iwo Jima Marines. I do think it's a bit of an exaggeration to say it needs to be rebuilt just as much as those claiming our nation is doomed now. Amen to that. That's what you were saying as well, isn't it? People make it seem like our country is fucking annihilated and needs to be rebuilt. It's really not. All right. I see a lot of white males that aren't included in these diversity pictures being floated around. Maybe I understand that is the way that individuals being depicted in these images have felt for a long time, unrepresented. What do you say on that?
Let me see. My only issue is that whatever group we wished was up there was not up there.
Right. There you go.
The individuals, the ethnicities behind the individuals that lifted it up there, like there's so many different nationalities around the world. Not everybody's going to get represented. And, sorry, if I'm not mad that no Mexican was up there taking part in lifting something or doing something, but I'm not going to say, hey, change all the artwork to include a Mexican in there. That way I feel like I'm being represented.
Well,
that wasn't the case.
If you think about it, at the time that this happened, what year did it happen in? Were you able to get that? Was it like a 43, something like that?
45.
Okay.
February 23rd.
1945. So with that being said, February 3rd, 23rd, 1945, how did Americans feel about the gays? Not too well.
I don't think anybody was having that kind of conversation.
Or how about a female in scrubs? Well, she's doing her job, so she's good. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, most of it, she needed to be in the office or at home cooking. Theo Frank over here. What was Uncle Pancho doing? He wasn't thought of too much, you know. And then, oh, you know, terrorist Terry here, and then we can only say what they were doing with this man here.
I think a lot of people are putting their emotions
Yeah,
ahead of facts.
right.
They're letting their emotions, how they feel about certain things, start changing the way facts actually went down. And that's what the problem is.
And that last one was brought to you by Josh Sheets. Sheets, thanks a lot for that info. Brito. Brito says, I see it as trying to bring different walks of life that don't matter. What? I see it as to bring different walks of life that no matter who, sex, gender, race, we can rebuild and unite this country. I don't see it as disrespect or anything. Let's stop alienating each other into cliques and let's come together. But hey, that's just me. Are you fucking serious, Brito? Have you not seen what happened the last 4 fucking years? Where one side alienated a whole other side, called them deplorable, called them racist, called them fucking pieces of shit for 4 fucking years. But hey, let's just forget all that and let's come together. First of all, there's nothing to rebuild. Our country is not destroyed. All right, that's out of here.
It,
Go
it,
ahead.
this it all comes down, and I try to stay neutral. And obviously, I mean, I lean Republican 60% of the time, Democrat with human rights related issues.
Right.
I lean more Democrat. The problem I see is we are so divided that the only way to undivide this country is to create more division. We need a strong third party. We need a strong third party to cut through the middle. And I'm not talking about the libertarians, because I don't think libertarians, or those that claim that they're libertarians for the most part, know what all it takes to be a libertarian. Right. But I think we need a strong third party to change up the competition, to change the way people think. Because right now we are so divided that you can say you like apples, and if I'm on the other party, I'm going to say you're wrong. And if you change your mind, then I'm going to call you a hypocrite. Like nothing, you're going to be wrong regardless of what you say. If you're on the left or the right, it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change it unless we create a strong third party, or something crazy happens.
So this is my favorite reply that I've seen, and this one came from Scott Blanton. And Scott, thank you very much. I seen him. He's been a contributor. You know, as the podcast is going, I see him put on interact with the Facebook, and I appreciate it. Dude, thank you. And he seems to have been someone that had been in the military prior service for a long time, by the way. But anyways, so this is what he says. He basically quotes Brito saying, let's stop alienating each other into cliques and let's come together. But hey, that's just me. So he replies with, then you probably need to talk to the rabid Biden voters, as that isn't the way they are about either. Similar, but not the same, as the media doesn't back them. So you can understand some angst with rabid Trump voters. Me, count me out. I did my random patsies right in of Steve Grogan. I have absolutely no idea what that last part means. That's above my head. But you are definitely right, man. You are definitely right. And I'll read one more here, and this is gonna be from old fucking God damn it, I can't remember his name. I just saw it on here, dude. Where the fuck did it go? Not Sheets, not Mendenhall, not him. Hodgson, that's who it's from. Aaron Hodgson. He says, is there a room for me in that picture too to help, or do I have to hide for the next 4 years? True question. You know, I think that there is probably how the majority of the white male, non-gay, or whatever, cis, whatever the fuck these people call them, whatever the alphabets call the white male, that's how they feel. They feel like they're being shut out. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the problem. It doesn't matter if you're black, brown, yellow, whatever color. If you support, let's say you support the right side for the next 4 years, you're going to be labeled as a white male. You don't exist. You're just a white male because that's what the media wants everybody to think. You're not allowed to. If you're anything else, you're not allowed to have your own opinion. If you're brown, you're not allowed to vote right. And if you do, you don't exist.
Oh, if you do, you're a sellout, bro.
Yeah. And it's BS. Yeah, I mean, you've seen me. I flip flop between parties and shit all the time because I like to swim through the parties, man. But
well, it's not just that. It's that it's called common sense, bro.
Yeah, I identify the way. I like to think that I identify everything that's really going on, all the crazy hypocrisy that happens on both sides. And there's, the right has its flaws, but the left likes to pretend like it's not racist itself, and it's a very racist party.
Well, yeah, they're even well. What's funny is it's racist against white people right now, but you can't be racist against whites. They hold all the power. Bro, I'm sorry. Racism, it's like the term reverse racism. I can't stand that fucking term. As if only white people can be racist. Everything else is reversed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I fucking hate that, bro. No, racism is racism. All right. And it gets on my fucking nerves that, you could say black power, brown pride, but the moment a white guy says white pride, oh, he's a fucking Nazi, bro. He's a fucking Nazi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
fucking ridiculous and it's stupid. And honestly, I'm not gonna waste my time with that shit no more. They can go suck a fat dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think the left is very hypocritical and keeps people poor. Likes to make sure that you are told that you are poor and you're never going to be successful unless you depend on Big Daddy government to support you. And that's all you ever learn. Baby. Yeah, Daddy Biden takes over tomorrow, and he's going to take good care of you and stuff.
Those Biden are coming in at $2,000 a pop, right? I mean,
man.
Hey.
I know I'm spending that money though. Fuck it, fuck everybody else, fuck the free world. And if you don't want your money, feel free to
among planets, peace among worlds.
Money talks.
The funny thing is, dude, like if they start giving that like a monthly allowance, like the Chino was saying, of $1,000 a pop, $1,200 a pop, bro. Do they not see that that's going to make the cost of living go up?
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you got your minimum wages going up. Should it go up because it's been, 20 years since there's been a dramatic increase? Yeah. But you're talking about doubling the shit? Like, come on. Common sense says if I'm an employer, especially right now when we're in a pandemic, like it's hard enough to maintain a salary and workforce.
Right.
And you're talking about raising the minimum wage and stuff. So I can only afford to have 3 people working for $12 an hour because that's all I can make to keep my company afloat. Now I got to raise it up to $15. I'm going to have to cut one of those 3 or whatever, or replace them with the fucking robot, or, replace them with the kiosk and stuff. So now the unemployment's going up. Now you're creating this big unemployment workforce. Well, if I'm a Democrat, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to create a big welfare system because Daddy Biden says, hey, if the companies can't hire you, then don't worry, the government will just keep you employed with free money. Everybody wins. And it's just, it's stupid.
If they want to fucking really incentivize people working, make it that the only people that receive the Biden bucks are the motherfuckers that are working. Problem just solved.
it's not sustainable. The only thing that they could probably do to kind of alleviate that is like some sort of like tax incentives for these companies to hire more people. Obviously, what that's going to lead to is more like taxes are going to increase. We're looking at like 20% increases in taxes for the working class people and stuff for the greater good.
Can we agree with something here? They go ahead and add give us money, for example, right? They give us money, or they up the minimum wage. Unless they put like a cap at how much somebody can sell something for, it doesn't fucking matter what they put the goddamn minimum wage at. Because as the minimum wage goes up, so does an increase on your products that you're buying. Because now, because the minimum wage went up, I got to pay this milk producer, I'm workers, I got to pay them more now, like you were saying, which now I got to go ahead and, like you were saying, either lay motherfuckers off or increase the fucking what I'm selling my product at.
Yeah. And people were so quick to point to like Europe. Oh, Europe can do it. We're talking about countries with populations the size less than the state of Texas itself, right? And even then, they're getting taxed so much, like 20%, 30% taxes. If you wanted to, anybody's been stationed in Germany, if you wanted to fill your car, let's say it costs like $30 just to fill your car up with a tank of gas. In Europe, you're paying $80 to fill up your car.
Damn.
Right? If you're a service member in Europe, you need a special, it's called a VAT form, to kind of compensate for the crazy taxes that you're paying. Everything is so much more expensive because the taxes are higher. The companies, they need to make their revenue stream, it's set at a certain way. They need to make that level of money. So if you're paying more in salaries, then you're raising the cost of products. It's simple, it's basic economics, and it's costing people more.
Oh yeah. And you know what? Speaking of taxes, bro, tax season's up, and tax season ballers. Yay. Cause I mean, I don't know how other motherfuckers do it, but I look at my taxes as a savings account.
Yeah.
All right. I put zero fucking dependents all year. Go ahead. I get taxed, bro. I get fucking taxed. But when it's time to file, I love my little deductions, and I get some money back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much I get back versus how much I put in, but the point is I get my money back. I do get some money back.
And I hate that. And I don't know if this puts me in the libertarian bracket or whatever. This is where I start crossing the streams into libertarianism. But the fact that we have a system where the government takes X amount of dollars from your account, and I don't know if it's a comedian that said this, or a meme maybe, but the government takes all this money from you from the whole year, and it's up to you, the citizen, to figure out how much money they took back, how much they overcharged you, and you, the citizen, have to pay somebody else to help you figure that out to get your money back. Right. And whatever you decide to put on paper, as long as it's not over, that's what you get. If you underclaim some stuff, that is what you get. Now, if you overclaim, then the tax man gets mad, because apparently now all of a sudden he's keeping track and say, hey, you asked for too much. We're going to fine you for trying to get your money back. What a crazy system.
Dude, that's where the libertarian in me comes in, where why the fuck am I getting taxed on my income? I'm the one working for it. Tax me already on fucking sales. You tax me already on anything that I do. I buy cigarettes, tax. I buy gas, tax. I fucking buy food, tax. You know what I'm saying? Clothing, tax. So now you're taxing my fucking money that I make. All right. And then here's the kicker that I love. When they take my Social Security money out and they supposedly put it into a fund, right? How much have I been paying in Social Security over the years versus how much am I going to get back of that shit? How about you give me all my Social Security that I've paid in when I retire? Will you give me that? Nope. You're going to hope I die within the next couple of years after retirement so you can keep that fucking money for yourself and try to get us out of debt. Which another thing is I don't fucking understand. How the fuck are we in debt but yet we still fucking give money to other goddamn countries. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck does that happen? How do you? But yet we're fucking broke. We're broke, but we're giving trillions of dollars and billions of dollars to other fucking countries. Yet we can't even help our own motherfucking selves out. How about we take care of us first, motherfucker? If them countries can't take care of themselves, fuck it. It is what it is. 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. But since they got the oil, hey, we got to be there too. Like if we don't have oil out of Alaska, you know? Anyway, I'm going on to a different tangent. Sorry.
Yeah, I think, if you really want to tax people, there should be affiliations, like political affiliations for taxation. So say if you're a Republican, then you pay Republican taxes. And then when a Republican's in office, he dips into that Republican tax pot and spends out of that fund. And then if you're a Democrat, Mr. We want to pay for everything, then you pay the Democratic taxes and you support those programs, because you don't get to pick where these taxes go. Maybe you like paying taxes, but you don't want to support a big defense budget. So you don't align with the Democrats or Republicans or whatever. Maybe you align with the Libertarians. And if somebody wants to pull money for defense, then they just pull from the two parties or for different programs. That way people know what they're paying for with the money that's getting taken from them.
Look, all I want to say is to y'all tax season ballers, do something with your fucking money that you've worked for that's an investment to yourself. All right? If you got a bunch of fucking kids and you're getting a fat check, why don't you just pay off your car? Pay off your car. You know what I'm saying? That'll, on the long run, save you money, because first of all, you'll be out of debt for one vehicle, which ups your motherfucking credit score. Secondly, that's a monthly payment that now is going back into your pockets. That's just one thought. Another thought, don't do one of those inventors. Do you need help inventing and calling? But think about maybe opening some kind of a business for yourself. Do something for yourself. Don't go trying to live above your means, if that makes sense. Put that money into something that's gonna be beneficial to you. Put it into an asset and not a liability. Invest it. You were doing fine without that money before. Why don't you put it into a CD? I mean, I don't know what the fuck they're doing in interest now, but either way, put it in something that's gonna make you money in the future. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts. So tax season ballers, I know you're gonna go buy yourself the new 85-inch plasma TV, or you're gonna go buy yourself a car that you can't afford because you got the down payment for it. But you're the reason that eventually I'll have to pay for your welfare. So please pay your shit right. And mothers who get they steal their the children's father's fucking money because of that child support shit. You guys are fucking bitches if you take the money and he's a good father. I just want to throw that out there for those fucking dads out there that get their fucking money taken away because the cunt mom is just a fucking cunt. She looks at it as spending money. She'll buy a new coach, but she won't fucking, buy the kid some clothes. But we all know Fruit Loops cost like $500 a month, right? Anyways, I'm going into a whole other subject there. It just seems like people get fucked all over in the end,
Yeah.
So people, stop fucking yourselves. Stop fucking yourselves. All right. Anyways, that's what I was gonna. And they're probably telling me like, what? Don't tell me what the fuck to do with my money. It's my motherfucking money, right?
That's right.
You know what? Then 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. It is what it is. Don't tell me how to do my shit. All right, I won't, because you know what? Honestly, I don't like to be told what to do things either. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing I can't stand is motherfuckers tell me how to do my motherfucking job, bro. You want to say something. What you want to say?
No, man, it sounds kind of socialist to me. Don't tell me what to do.
Well, it has to do with my job. So for
those
who
want to have my check at a strip club, I will. Go on.
Hell yeah. Hey, do your thing, baby. Hey, supporting single mothers, baby. And their college educations that they never had. So, dude, check this out, man. This next topic is a bit near and dear to me. It's don't tell me how to do my fucking job. All right. So for those of y'all that don't know, I've been out of the military now 6 years. All right. It's 6 years on the 31st that I went on terminal leave. And anyway, so I hit the ground running. Oh God, hold on. We got a surprise caller. 1 second. This is my brother Ed. So you guys are gonna hear the N word pretty bad.
All right. I'm not drunk.
What up, fool?
Okay, so I buy 9 beers, right?
You bought 9 beers.
Okay, I drink 3. How many do I have?
6.
Wrong. There's still a whole bunch inside the fridge.
You're fucking stupid, fool. Hey, I'm in the middle of my podcast, fool.
You fucking stupid. But you like that shit?
Yeah, it's funny, fool. I got to get back to my podcast.
Okay, bye.
Fucking dumbass, fool.
Dumbass.
Toma, puto.
No.
Fucking idiot. Anyway, that's my brother Ed. One day he'll be on the podcast. Back to my job. What I do I work as an interpreter. All right. So in my job, I interpret between a Spanish speaker and an English speaker. All right. So I don't know how well you know Spanish, but I'm pretty fluent. You know, I'm pretty fluent in English as well. You know, I kind of was born here. So in my job, I get, some of my paisas that came over here, and they get into vehicular accidents and they need my services to translate, right? Nothing irks me more, bro, than when I'm fucking doing my job and they tell me something. For example, they give me a phone number, 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9, right? In Spanish. And then I tell them, oh yeah, my phone number is 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9 in English. And they're like, no. Es 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9. And I go back and tell them, like, that's exactly what I just translated. 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9. He's like, oh, pues yo escuché distinto. Which, for those non-Spanish ethnicity people, he said that he heard differently. So at that point, I get fucking pissed because, obviously you know better than I do, but you're the one that asked for a fucking interpreter. You see what I'm saying? Don't ask for my fucking services and then try to correct me on what the fuck I'm saying. That irks the shit out of me, bro. And I can't say nothing about it, man. I have to say, está bien, señor, no hay problema. Por favor, déjeme traducir. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have to say to them and bite my fucking tongue. You have no idea how painful that is. So yes, public service announcement. Let us do our fucking jobs. We don't tell you how to do yours. Don't tell us how to do ours. All right. And be kind to the motherfuckers you talk to on the phone, man. We're just doing what we got to do to earn our fucking buck.
Yeah, man, you're doing God's work. Huh.
I mean, it's better than handing on a sign that says we'll work for free.
No, to be honest, you're actually, some people won't even, or too lazy to even try to go out and look for something to do. You're actually showing that it can be done from home. There's no excuse not to work right now. There's ways around it.
And to the Spanish speakers, or now this is to English motherfuckers, don't automatically assume that just because the motherfucker looks like a beaner, that he doesn't know fucking English. He may not be able to speak it, but that motherfucker can understand it, Chief. And believe you me, they know when you're fucking talking shit and you're being degrading or demeaning. Because I've had those calls as well, where the guy will be like, oh, I understand perfectly what he's saying, but I just can't speak it because I have a heavy accent. And he can tell when he's being, patronized or being condescending. They can tell, dude. And it's fucking, just watch what you say sometimes around certain people. Anyways, with that said, don't tell me how to do my fucking job, and I won't tell you how to spend your fucking money. Unless your money came from my motherfucking job and you're just a worthless piece of shit who doesn't work. Am I right? Yeah, because then you're butt fucking me. All right. Speaking about butt fucking, got a question for you, Urena.
Go on.
All right. So somebody had wrote in and asked if we can talk on butt sex. Well, he
All right.
wanted to know about gay butt sex. And I was gonna go ahead and fucking go with gay butt sex, but I was like, man, that's just a little too fucking out of my element. I don't know about it enough. But I am sure that there are gays out in the crowd, all right? And we're not, yeah, there's just some light. This is gunline talk right here, all right? For those that don't know, this is real shit that we talk on the gun line. Whether you want to admit it or not, that's on you. But I know we had this conversation many a times out in the field with my Joes. How do you decide who the fuck is the pitcher and who's the catcher? You know what I'm saying? How does that come about?
You play a very intense game of rock, paper, scissors, right? Best 2 out of 3. Unfortunately, it's a game you don't want to lose if you have a specific choice or option that you're trying to go for. It's a life and death.
Dude, I mean, getting stabbed in the fucking ass, Captain Stabbing right there. Now, I mean, I get the whole men loving men thing, I guess. I get it. No hate on gays. No hate on the gays whatsoever. How much do you have to love a man to let him fuck you in the ass? I just don't see what pleasure they get at that the one that's receiving it. I don't see what pleasure he's getting, because I've taken some mean ass shits, and that's it only, and it's fucking hurt, bro. So I'm just wondering, getting pounded in there, and what if he's black, dude? What if you got a black gay? Oh my god, can you imagine that dingo? Oh my god, on. It's like, ooh. I mean, I'm just saying, bro.
Oh, man.
I know you can't comment on this, but why not? This is the shit that we talk on the gun line.
Oh man.
Are you gonna just go ahead? If you want to go ahead and not touch on
No,
that.
you know what? Some people take a really big poop and they're like, you know what? I like this feeling. Let me feel this some more. And and they go do a Google search. How can I replicate the sensation of a giant poop coming in and out of me? And they just choose it. I don't know. I stay out of that because I stay out of the issues that involve people and who they want to be
We're
around.
not talking about people and who they love. We're talking about people and who get fucked. So
Hey,
I mean,
if somebody wants to,
in a degrading way, I'm not saying it to be an asshole. No pun intended.
You know what? if a lady wants to have a giant triple dildo vibrating 2000 ex machina machine inserted into them like a fucking like a claw, hey, by all means, like I don't know what sensation you feel.
I don't either. Dude. I don't know, but I mean, okay. So I have heard that men that get fingered in the ass to get the prostate tickled and shit, that there's some joy out of that, I guess, some sensation out of that, right?
There's probably, I'm afraid to look it up on Google because I don't want the algorithms to start generating ads on my account. It would just be a bad time.
Dude, but I don't know, dude. Like it. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Watching 2 women kiss, acceptable?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of a turn on, right? It makes you want to flog the dolphin, visit Palmetto. Old Rosie Palm and her 5 little sisters. Yeah, I mean, do make a little knuckle babies. Yeah. But anyways, watching 2 men kiss.
That's not my. Well, so here's the thing, but that's not. That's a different taste for different people. Like we didn't go deeper into that. Into the first question that you raised is like watching 2 women kiss.
Deeper then, baby.
Let's go. Let's get all up in
the
there.
ass.
If I want to see, do I want to see 2 Ukrainian women kiss? An Asian girl and a black girl kiss? Do I want to see that? It just depends on your taste. It depends on what you want to see.
I don't give a fuck if you got fucking Ryan Reynolds and Brad Pitt making out. That's fucking
I don't know,
gross.
man. That'd make a lot of money. That'd be a big hit in the movie theaters.
That didn't work out with Brokeback Mountain, dude.
I don't know, man. You know, ask. It just depends on the demographic that you ask.
Okay, it's more acceptable than that. Can we say, fair to say that it's more acceptable for two broads to kiss than it is for two men?
In the bigger pop culture environment, yes.
In life itself, you see women that'll kiss a woman on demand when they're drinking. You know, oh, I've never done this before, but they're sticking tongues down each other. Not one time have I gotten so fucking drunk with my homeboys, and I was like, "Hey, dog, you know what will make this night good?" You know, it just hasn't happened, bro.
Then you probably just got to hang out with different homeboys, and they'll give you a different answer.
I'm talking about straight broads, though. You know, straight female. There's nothing better than straight females at a fucking party when they're drunk. Get white girl wasted and start making out with each other. I've never been at a party where dudes are fucking right there partying, getting white girl wasted and start making out with each other.
You just gotta go to
each other's chests or tits. You know, I've never seen that, but I've seen women.
You just gotta go to a different party, man. You gotta go to a different party. You know, that kind of stuff is active. It comes down to like the individual taste of the individual person. You know, like we're trying to paint a broad brush across across people when it comes to like the taste and what they want to see and what they think is acceptable or what's not acceptable or what's cool or not. I personally have not seen the statistics to show that two women kissing is more widely acceptable than two males.
Okay, well, I don't
need to go off facts.
I know in real life. I've seen it in real life, all right? Where guys and girls at a ditching party, for example, for all of y'all that don't know what a ditching party is, back in the mid-90s, we used to have parties during school. They were called ditching parties. And there used to be fucking techno music playing and house music. And there were these ravers and fucking party crews back then. And there was this one known, Las Coquetas. I remember them. And, you know, well, we were all dancing there and shit, getting our shit on. We would start telling the broads, take it off, take it off, take it off. And they would start taking off their shirts and shit and start making out. And all of us would be like, yeah, woo, right on. Get down with that bitch, scam with her, yeah. Not one time was there a dude up there ever and we were saying, take it off, take it off, take it off. Yeah, make out with him, bro. Yeah, no, not one time, bro. Not once.
It comes down to your cultural background.
Maybe in West Hollywood, that would be something acceptable.
Yeah.
But that's West Hollywood, not the rest of the world. So just saying. Anyway, we'll leave that one there. We'll stop pounding on that ass. No pun intended. Hey, with that, if you guys have any idea, and you know what? I'm making light of it. Yes, I am. But honestly, I'm kind of curious too. Like, you know, I get it. Men love men. I get that. No problem. You know, but do you love a motherfucker so much that you'll let him put a dick in your ass? You know, and how do you flip a coin? I mean, it might sound fucking caveman here, you know, hey, me, caveman. Yeah. Bro, I wipe my ass gently because I don't want my finger to slip in. With that, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you wipe your ass?
You got to sit down and then I stand up. I stand up to wipe.
Okay. But do you wipe from asshole to balls or?
Not a small circular formation.
See, I started realizing after I had this conversation with, for the past year that we've been having this conversation, and I realized I play DJ. Basically, I, scratch like a motherfucking, like on the turntables, and then pull off, bro. I just realized.
Is that like a pleasure thing? Does it feel good?
No, nigga. No, it's a cleanliness thing. I want to make sure I don't have any goddamn dingleberries on my fucking boxers.
No, it's like a preference.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Because
you feel
preference.
Because you feel that's the right way to do it. That feels right to you.
Because I've tried the other way,
Yeah.
and it's uncomfortable as fuck. Going
Yeah, it
balls
is.
out, it doesn't feel right. Again, even
Yeah.
I just don't see myself doing it like that, bro.
It just doesn't feel right, right? It's not. It doesn't. It's
It's
not right for you.
not like this, no. You see what I'm
It,
saying?
just, it doesn't. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel right. You know, it's just the wrong way of doing things. So you're set. You have a preferred method, a preferred way.
Yes, a preferred way, not with. Maybe you have a
That's what I'm
preferred with.
saying.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying. A preferred way of wiping
Oh,
your ass.
I don't know, brother. I mean, hey, if this is your time, you want to go unlock that closet for you, baby? It's all good.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out. I'm pointing out. You know, like people have the preferred methods of doing things based off of
What
what
is
they
the right?
feel is right.
What is the right method? I
There is
guess
no right
whatever
method.
cleans your ass, correct, right?
Yeah, whatever you think cleans your ass correctly, that is the right way.
All right.
And there shouldn't nobody tell you how to wipe your own ass.
Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and leave it on that. Well, let's know what y'all think out there in the gunline world. So we're gonna start getting ready to wrap this shit up, man. I have no idea how long we've been going here, but I think we talked about too much ass already.
Yeah.
Pounding it and cleaning it.
Oh yeah.
Ever ass to mouth?
It just
For
depends on your taste. I mean, human centipede. You know, that was kind of forced, I guess.
Didn't they make 2 movies out of that shit?
I think there was a third one. There was a third one. I think they go back in time.
Oh my God. Dude, so with Trump out, Biden is in. Does anybody really care?
Right now they do, but eventually it's nobody's gonna care. They're gonna move on.
I know I don't give a fuck. Because honestly, all it's gonna be is 4 years of shit talking. CNN and MSNBC are gonna prop him up as the fucking greatest person alive. And then Fox is gonna talk shit about him. So it's just gonna be changing the guard. But I tell you who is excited. The people in Central America, specifically in Honduras and Guatemala. They're so excited that they're starting another caravan. These motherfuckers are starting another caravan up here already. You know what they said? What they actually believe out there? And you know, you can't blame them for what they believe because it's what they've been told. But they believe that they have 100 days to get up here because Biden said within his first 100 days, he was going to legalize all illegal immigrants. So, what is that saying to them? We just got to make it there within the first 100 days, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and just like they say that your words have power or they carry weight, like they did blaming Trump for the insurrection or the riots that happened at the Capitol. I want to see the same shit happen to Biden when all these people start flooding from other countries, specifically down south, and flooding ours because they are causing an invasion. So should not the same standard be held for him since words matter? Should not the same be taken into account for him? That's my question. What do you think? If you can
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of political stuff come up against Biden. And I don't think this is a coincidence that this is just now happening, regardless of what Biden said.
Mhm.
I think this was always supposed to happen. There was going to be a group of immigrants that were going to create this chaos to make him look like a weak president. The powers that be want to be in power. They're not in power anymore, and they're going to throw some problems his way, and he has to figure it out. They're going to add pressure to his presidency. This is just the beginning. This caravan is going to be the first thing. This might last all year, so you're going to hear about it in the news throughout the year. But it's going to keep happening throughout the year. There's going to be so many other things that happen with other countries that it's going to be crazy for the next 4 years until I give it another 3 years before it kind of slows down and you start seeing the next candidates for the next election start popping up.
Well, appreciate that insight from you. As you can tell, he's the more learned guy. He should be the one wearing this. Well, he should be the real lawyer because I'm just a barracks lawyer. You can find this again at givandals.com. Go ahead and check it out on the subscription or in the description here. You'll see the links to that beautiful shirt that he's wearing, the standard data HE round. And that's going to be the link right there to the merch store for the On the Gunline podcast, as well as to the GI Vandals. Also, if you haven't done so, man, do me a favor, subscribe. You know, I never wanted to ask for that because I feel like I'm begging for people to fucking hear me and watch me. But honestly, I just want to know who the fuck is actually listening. You know, and when you subscribe, it gives me a number of how many people are actually listening to this, and it kind of quantifies the people that are being reached. So I do appreciate it. If you guys are listening to this, if this is helping you out in any way, please, hey, shoot me a note. Let me know what you guys are liking, what you guys ain't liking. Drop them down here in the comments, man. Let me know. What do you guys want to keep hearing about? What do you guys want to talk about? The only reason I'm coming up with these topics is because you motherfuckers ain't helping me out. So when y'all start giving me topics, then I'll talk about those. Until then, I'm going to keep pulling shit out of my ass and not putting it in there like gay butt sex. But anyway. So one last thing. I got a new segment I'm starting. It's called Hip Pocket Training. Hip pocket training. Anybody knows in the military or anybody that was in the army more than one day knows about that hip pocket training. Is that training that you do when you got to find something to do and just on the fly. You know, let's go ahead and get some motherfucking hip pocket training on the 240 Bravo. Basically, you're just teaching motherfuckers. So basically, I'm calling it hip pocket training. This is going to be for my advice column. I have my very, very first call for advice. And here we go. And Urena, I'm gonna need you to tackle this one too. You ready?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
All right, I'll let you start off on it. Here we go. Now that I'm about to be single again, and the wife ending it with me mutually. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. This guy again writes like a fucking third grader. All right. So I'm about to be single again, and me and the wife are ending it mutually. So being single in your 30s in today's age, from let's say when myself or yourself was growing up, is different. The women, they dress up all sexy and then turn around and say that they're 16. So me being careful, I asked for 2 forms of ID. All right, leave the jokes to me into your arena. All right. But anyways, so any gunline tips or tricks for an ugly bastard like myself? Thanks for the input. All right, so basically, let me put this in audible in ways that we can understand it. All right, I'm about to be single again after my wife dumped my ass. I'm in my 30s, and nowadays, you know, it's different than when we were growing up. These bitches out there be saying that they're fucking, you know, they'd be dressing up all fine, find out they're 16 years old. I ain't trying to go to jail. So, anyways, I'm an ugly motherfucker. I'm about to be single, and I'm in my 30s. What can I do to pick up bitches?
Oh my God. Dude, first off, how do you not know? Like, I can just tell if somebody looks younger than me. I'm 34, and I know I could tell just by looking at a woman, like the general age shot group that they're in or whatever, the mannerisms, the confidence, the way they carry themselves. They're drinking like a bunch of White Claws. They got braces in. Yeah, they're probably a little bit too young for you, man. If they're wearing fucking.
Are you clowning on braces right now? Because weren't you early mid 30s wearing braces?
Yeah, man, but I'm old looking as fuck. You can tell.
But there are some broads out there.
Fucking older.
Playing devil's advocate, there are some broads out there that are.
No.
But
no, this isn't like a anti-braces comment or whatever. I'm just saying, like, if you're playing hopscotch with the braces on and you're listening to Justin Bieber, I don't know who the fuck's cool now or whatever, Henry Styles or whatever. Like, you're probably too young. It's probably too young for you, man.
Right.
Like, just pull out the old record player, play some classic music. If they start jamming out to that old school music, then they're probably of age, man. If they don't know what the fuck's going on,
So
then dip
step
out.
one, stay away. Go to bars. Step one, go
Yes.
18 and over bars. Step one. All right. Now you're mid 30s, so you don't want to pick up an 18-year-old anyway, right?
No.
You don't. Here's my advice to you. Don't go looking for a relationship. All right. You ugly motherfucker. Keep your fucking expectations to reality as well. All right. Don't go floating money you ain't got. Tax season baller. And if you ugly, bro, just play the hand you were dealt. Don't go looking for love. Especially if you're just coming out of a fucking marriage. You know, I've been divorced. Divorces fucking suck. You know, and you just gotta don't get a rebound. Do not get on a rebound. Go ahead. You want to say something. Jump on it.
No, I'm just saying, unfortunately, like, we can't, you can't change ugly. Like, you're sorry, that's the card that you were dealt or whatever. Get on Tinder, set your age range and stuff. Yes, go to the bar, because obviously you got to be 21, hopefully. If you go to a reputable go to a reputable bar that actually cards people. Just don't go out there being like, hey, I can buy you some beer, because now you're crossing that line into predator shit. Because eventually, I don't know. I have a feeling like
beer.
I don't know. I have a feeling this guy's gonna end up on Dateline NBC and stuff, walking into that kitchen. I'm Chris Hansen. Do you know what you're doing right here, right now?
Right here. Oh my! Look, I would say take care of you. All right, take care of you. If you know you're ugly, build your confidence, boost your confidence. Because even if I'm not the best looking motherfucker in the world, but you know what? Boost your confidence, bro. Let's say you can't do shit about your mug, but you got a fucked up grill, right? If you got a fucked up grill, fix your grill. You know what I'm saying? If you're going bald headed, bro, accept it. And every fucking week, cut your shit bald, bick it. All right. Make small goals for yourself so that when you attain them, you build confidence in yourself. In other words, go to the gym. I'm not even telling you to do anything. I'm just saying, go to the fucking gym. All right. And make that a routine, and once you start getting used to going to the gym, I don't care if you're just walking around in the gym, at least you made it a routine to go there. Then another week, maybe pick up some weights, and set yourself small goals. Okay, you can only fucking bench, dumbbell press the fucking 35s. Just do the 35s, bro. Don't overwork yourself, and you'll find that once you get the proper technique, you start building a chest, you start getting confidence, bro. Do some ab works out, get that body. It's going to boost your confidence. All right. Once your confidence gets boosted, bitches can fucking sense that shit, bro. Bitches can sense when you got a motherfucker. If you just a scrub, they know that shit too. They know, oh, this motherfucker's easy money. Don't go to the strip club thinking she loves you. You were in the military. You were in the army at one time. So don't be that guy, is what I'm saying. Confidence. Become a confident motherfucker. What do you think?
Yeah. Eat healthy. Join a fucking group. There's so many group apps out there that you can find that you could join, like a fucking spin club or find a hobby. You're gonna meet somebody that shares the same hobbies with you. Just change what you don't like about you and who you were before in that relationship that you were in. Change it. Don't waste any time. Don't say, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna wait till New Year's to be the person who I want. Why are you waiting for New Year's? Change right now. It's not too late.
on that topic. You could change your physical. You might even change the way you perceive things or view things, but don't ever change who you are. All right. Don't change for a woman. Let the woman fall in love with you for who you are. All right. And don't expect her to change for you either. All right. Don't go into a relationship trying to change her. Now, if through time you'll notice, okay, this person likes this. And if you notice, like, hey, I want to be with her, so I will change this in order to become a better person and to better my relationship, then yeah, do that. But don't change who the fuck you are personally. You know what I'm saying? Be you. If you're a goofball, be a motherfucking goofball, but know the time and the place to be a goofball. You know what
Know
I'm
your
saying?
worth, King. Know your worth, King.
Fucking right. Remember, dude, these broads are being put on a fucking pedestal with all that hashtag Me Too bullshit. You know what? Hashtag him too. He too, God damn it. He too has feelings. Fuck all that shit. And stay away from fake titties. And you know what? Worst comes to worst, bro, just go gay. You might like it. It might surprise you. Oh man. All right. I think that's gonna be the end for this one, brother. You got anything you want to say before we close out?
Happy birthday, Betty White. 1 year closer to death.
When was Betty White's birthday?
A few days ago. I think like 2 or 3 days ago. She's cutting it close, man. She's cutting close.
You know, for as woke as I thought you were, I thought you would have said happy birthday, Martin Luther King. But this motherfucker was Betty White.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday, man. Oh fuck.
We know where you stand at, Betty White, in the hierarchy.
She's 99, man. She's trying to defy God.
She's 100 now, isn't she? Or she's 99.
99.
Right on. Well, since he did bring up Betty White's birthday, happy birthday, Miss Betty White. You know, you are definitely an icon. You became an icon later in life. And I did see a documentary on her. And it's outstanding, you know, the shit that she's done and been in, you know, and she's always been genuine to herself. But I do want to wish a happy birthday to the great old MLK Jr. I really wish that you could see what the country has turned into, so you could try to correct these motherfuckers from acting so ignorant. And I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter movement, not the term, but the movement. And they need a leader like you again, because unfortunately, the black fucking populace doesn't have real leadership. They got Al Sharpton. You know, come on, we need some real shit. And Dr. King, while your vision has somewhat come true, we still have a long way to go, because you got motherfuckers that are pussy whipped, butt hurt, and can't stand motherfuckers. Why are you giving me that look like I fucking pissed in your Cheerios?
No, that's how my face is, man. My face is crooked. God, hater.
Fucking biscuit face and shit. I don't know. You had like this Gilbert Godfrey look.
No, I was listening, man. I was really listening. I wasn't hearing. I was listening.
All right.
To what you're saying.
With that said, you know, Dr. King, we wish we had another like you out here, but unfortunately, it would get fucking weaponized. That's the new word of the year, is going to be weaponized, because everything's being weaponized against some person or another. And happy birthday, Dr. King. For those of y'all that took his day off and are racist, that are hypocrites. Anyways,
Didn't see any of those dudes coming into work yesterday. Fucking
right?
Taking the day off.
Exactly. Hey, they're not racist when it's convenient. All right then, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this midweek memo. As always, veered off to where I have no idea. This again was only supposed to be about a 45-minute fucking episode. I don't know how long it's gone.
That's what happens when you talk about butt sex.
Dude, butt sex, gay butt sex. You know, I could see two women scissoring, and I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. I want to know more about that. you know, how their clits rub and all that shit. But the moment you start telling me about a dick and an ass, I'm done. I'm done, Chief. I'm done. Anyways, we'll catch y'all this weekend on the Shoot the Shit episode with my boy Rodriguez. He'll be on here. It'll be the second time he comes on. He will be on here. We'll be discussing sports. We'll be discussing the inauguration, if the world still exists, and whatever the fuck else comes to mind. I don't like to make topical shit because I don't know what the fuck. I'm not learned in that shit. So I just want this shit to flow how it goes. All right. So you've been listening to another episode here on the Gunline. Appreciate you, Jurina, for being here with me. And yeah, man. Where can they get at you if they need to? Oh, GI Vandals.
Yeah, givandals.com.
All right. Let me see something before I go. You know what? Just look for the description down there. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Rounds complete. Intermission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.